Keep a Little Secret by Dorothy Garlock. Narrated by Susan Boyce. Secrets. Oklahoma's so bright it hurts my eyes, yet when I squint I can see for miles. In this clear light it's a grim surprise that secrets so dark lie behind some smiles. Does that kind man hide a cruel past? Does this rude man have a tender heart? Is this romance too fragile to last? Will my brave new life soon be torn apart? Is hatred the goad and vengeance the task? In such evil soil can true love grow? These are painful questions I dare not ask. They have answers I fear to know. FSI. Prologue. Longbow, Colorado, December 1938. Owen Wallace stood alone on the ramshackle porch of his family's small house, staring absently into the falling snow. The storm had come on hard in the last hour and showed no sign of letting up. Before him, the hood of the doctor's automobile had already become covered, despite the heat of the rapidly cooling engine. A swirling, merciless wind cut sharply on the exposed skin of Owen's hands and face, but he paid it little heed. Though the inside of the small house was warm, well heated by the wood-burning stove, Owen felt no need to head indoors in spite of the miserable weather. Outside, alone with the growing fury of the winter storm, he could pretend that his mother wasn't dying, if only for a short while. Behind him, the door opened, then was quickly closed. "I'm afraid there is nothing more that I can do for her, Owen," Walter Calloway, Longbow's doctor, said in a resigned tone of voice. "She never woke while I was examining her, but her sleep is far from peaceful." Owen gave a slight nod in answer, still facing the falling snow. "Though it greatly pains me to say it, I believe the day we've all been dreading has finally arrived." "How much longer does she have?" "It's all in the Lord's hands now," the doctor answered. "Hannah is doing her best to keep Caroline comfortable, but besides making sure that the fire remains fully stoked, all we can do now is wait." Dr. Calloway's heavy-lidded eyes, hidden behind thick-framed glasses, gave ample evidence that his concern was genuine. He looked tired, worn beyond even the many years he had served the town, weighed down by the burden of an illness he couldn't hope to cure. "Thank you for everything you've done for her," Owen offered. "I only wish that I could have done more," Dr. Calloway answered, putting a hand on Owen's shoulder in condolence, before he trudged through the piling snow to his car and drove away. For a few moments longer, Owen remained on the porch, looking out into the distance. He could see only the faintest glimmer of light emanating from a weather-shrouded home. The homestead he shared with his mother and sister had few neighbors, and now, even in their greatest hour of need, no one offered to help. Whatever was to come, they would face alone, as always. Reluctantly, Owen went indoors. When he entered, Hannah didn't glance up from her duties. With determined diligence, the sister wiped away the beads of sweat that dampened her mother's brow. Caroline Wallace lay in her small bed, ravaged by her sickness, her teeth chattering, and her tiny, fragile shoulders shaking as if they were leaves caught in the teeth of an April storm. What beauty she'd once possessed had been stripped away by illness, leaving behind dark and sunken eyes, cracked lips, and skin as pale as faded parchment. Soon she would be dead. Tenderly, Hannah swept back a stray strand of her mother's gray hair, tucking it behind the sick woman's ear. With a weak smile, Hannah whispered words of comfort to the restless woman, but Owen was too far away to hear them clearly. Caring for her day and night, Hannah did all that she could, although nothing seemed to lessen Caroline's suffering. The small, three-room home Owen shared with his mother and sister was sparsely furnished. Besides the bed in which his mother lay, the front room contained nothing except a rickety table, a pair of broken-down chairs, and the dilapidated wood-burning stove. Their lives had been full of little but struggle. Owen tossed a few more pieces of wood into the fire, following what little advice the doctor had been able to give. Eventually, Hannah rose from her mother's bedside and joined